Night on One. At 7:30, start your night off with Mega Structures Concrete. Then at 8:30, Val Kilmer stars in your Friday night movie, The Saint.
The following program is classified PG. It contains some coarse language. One recommends parental guidance for young viewers.
Deep in the urban jungle, a renegade army wages war, transforming urban eyesores without permission. The weapons, plants, soil and stealth. The potential risk, $1 million fines, even jail. My name's Dave and we are the Guerrilla Gardeners. Tonight, the hit that sparked a media frenzy as a council puts us under the microscope. Newtown, possibly the grooviest suburb in the whole country.
Lots of people walking together, boys holding hands with girls, girls holding hands with girls. We're not here to plant seeds of judgment, we're here to plant seeds of joy. Joy.
This part of town is trendy, tribal and musical. And with so much wildlife, the last thing the locals need is a dead zone.
So where's the sign? Hey, where is it? Hey!
Three,
I like
your
it,
eyes.
yeah. Good, mate.
What do you think?
Well spotted.
Sit down. Look at it. What do you see here?
I see lots of colour. I see a lot here.
You're inspired already,
I'm inspired. Yeah, I am. Something needs to be done, because I think a lot of people live here, they're living in terraces and they don't really have much lawn area.
What, this thing?
Yeah, what is it? Is it
I don't
like
know.
a little...
Some community sort of tile work on the side?
It looks like kids may have done it, maybe.
Yeah, made by kids.
Yeah. No, mate, I really like... We can definitely do something with this.
Hey, look.
Seen that?
Police station.
Yeah.
I have now. I have now. And the fire station.
Literally, what, 50 metres away?
Yeah. Police and fire.
Right.
See that?
Oh, police. Undercover cars. So we've got undercover cars. We're really prepared for it.
Got the whole lot.
With both the police and fire stations so close, this'll be a dangerous hit. Oh, and another thing.
Right, council police emergency vehicles. So in other words, the council and the police all day use this as an access road.
Yep.
And you want us to work here?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of ideas, mate, but I'm just thinking this is a bit risky.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Very tough, mate.
Back at the bunker, we bounce it off the rest of the team.
Right, Dave and I've got this site in Newtown.
Yep.
It had turf on there originally. It's been compacted.
It's shocking. There's people walking right through the middle of it. We've also got the police station, pretty much directly opposite, along with the fire brigade.
In this spot, there's just grass. There's nothing. There's a little bit of a bandstand or a podium, something you could perform on. There's a lot of...
Thanks, Grandpa. There's a bandstand.
Did you say bandstand?
That's a rotunda bandstand.
I mean, there's bands playing everywhere around Newtown, and I can see it as a busker stage. You know, 2 or 3 piece bands just playing on a Saturday afternoon.
There's a lot of people who use this to sit on those, so you don't want to get in the way of it being seats.
So they come in and sit under the shade.
Yeah.
Because I do like this idea of pronouncing it as a stage.
Newtown's very much, to me, quirky. So I thought seats and lounges made out of grass.
So you just construct a structure out of timber and then fill it with soil and then grow grass on top.
Yep, and then eventually the timber will break down.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
We could make it all here and then just transport them in.
Yep. What I was thinking was I wouldn't mind returfing because at the moment it's shabby. It looks really quite crappy. But then what I wanted to incorporate and continue with the octagon theme was to build some succulent towers. They're about 3 metres high, filled, like chicken wire, filled with little succulents.
Succulent tower. Well,
sounds a bit faulty.
Okay. The use of succulents.
Okay, the use of succulents. Love succulents. TS. Grasses.
Yep.
Yes.
Seating and band.
Yeah. But I'm thinking at the end of the day, we can get a local band to play in it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Johnny, let's get up on board.
Stick it up.
Mickey and I head back to the site. We're supposed to be figuring out a disguise, but the idea of building a bandstand has struck a chord.
I need you to busk. What do you mean?
I need you to busk, and I will just see what happens, what people are thinking, how they're reacting. If the cops come out and bust you.
For starters, there's no one to busk to. There's no one around.
No. See, that's why you're busking. I've got a plan.
What do I sing about?
I don't know, sing something. Look who's here.
G'day, mister.
He's keen, isn't he?
This song's called I Want to Garden You Tonight. I want to garden you tonight. Not you. I want to garden this area tonight.
Bring them in.
Mate, they're friends. I know what you're doing here.
Well, it is raining.
Just wait till I plant my seed in you. Callistemons, Patostromons, and the rest. Ooh, yeah. Thanks for coming on, guys. Even though it's about gardening, it's quite a sensual song, and I think you really have to believe that you are gardening tonight to make that song work. So we'll take it into the studio, see if we can get one of the big ones on. Maybe John Farnham, the voice. Anthony Kalea, would I like to garden with him tonight? Not today. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Stop it. No.
So, what do you reckon?
We were here for about, 10 minutes and they already drove past covers?
They didn't pay any attention, right?
I think maybe if we're digging stuff up and
Yeah.
story. It's a different story.
Exactly. I think we're doing them.
It's definitely doable.
It's doable.
It's definitely doable. You're exactly right.
It's time to kick into action. We've got heaps to do. Ali heads out searching for succulents. They're a good choice for gorillas because they don't need much water. Problem is, they do dent the wallet.
Yes, okay, these are exactly what I want.
Kaviras, what are you actually doing anyway?
We're putting in a public space garden just up there at the neighbourhood centre, and this is going to be the border around the edge of the garden, but it has to be low.
That'd be really good to get that down and fixed up.
We just don't really have a lot of money.
We'll do it at cost.
Cool, would you?
Yep. How many do you need?
Probably, 600.
600.
Yeah.
Ah, all right, no problem. Good score, Ali. Now we have to figure out a design for the bandstand. Mickey's found inspiration in the locals. He reckons there's more goths per square metre in Newtown than anywhere else in Australia.
What is it that makes something gothic?
It's the style of the arches, it's the style of the spears. There's a whole Gothic revival. It's called Carpenter Gothic. And, from making a bandstand out of wood, I was like, got to make it Carpenter Gothic. I wonder if we can get in and have a closer look. Can we have a quick look? Can we jump over the fence? Yeah?
Cool. All right, we'll go. That's too hot. All right, Mickey.
Watch the spikes.
Oh, this is why you don't break into places.
This is almost perfect. Look, this is an octagon.
That settles it. We're making a Gothic bandstand for Gothic Newtown. We set to work constructing it. But coming up, a small hitch could unravel our whole project. When our plan to turf the site looks like getting mown down.
So either I've sold it to someone else.
Bloody oath they've sold it to someone else. Of course that's what's happened.
If we don't have this turf tomorrow, we've got nothing.
The following takes place between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Monday.
The 747 just blew up over the Mojave Desert. Look, I don't have time to explain, but some very bad things are happening tonight.
Our daughter is missing. I think that's pretty bad, don't you?
Go to hell!
Palmer has left Sweet. He is exposed.
There may be an element inside the agency involved with the hit on Palmer. Don't trust anybody.
24, 8:30 Monday on 1.
I was referred to Ashley and Martin by my hairdresser because she noticed what I couldn't. And because I got in early, the doctor's confident I'll regrow my own hair. So call today and enjoy the confidence tomorrow.
We're planning to bring this dead inner city site back to life by putting in a garden without permission. Our plan? To cover it in lawn, then plonk a bandstand on it. Beneath the ground, Lily wants to install grass seats. She's working on the foundations.
I'm making the frame out of cardboard just because it biodegrades a lot quicker and you don't need it to last as long once you put the turf on. The turf will hold it. If I hold these up, can you grab the front one of that?
And where that slots in.
Yeah.
Cool, that looks pretty good.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
And I'm pretty happy with this.
At the moment, I'm doing an impression of an artist. So I've been working on this, what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a picture of what the site might look like when it's finished. So if anyone asks us what we're doing, we can show them this and maybe they'll get the idea. These skills I learnt, didn't have a whole lot of friends as a kid, so I used to draw my friends and they'd come to life in my mind and we'd have parties. Ali's dealer delivers a batch of Eckies. Eckaveras, that is.
Bloody perfect. Oh my God, you should see the little pink edges on this one. You doing a tree?
Hey, oh shit. No. Don't show Ali. No, this one fell. Here you go.
What do you think?
I like them. Great. I like these little guys. They're pretty cool looking, aren't they?
So you'll see lovely turf and then all of a sudden there'll be the gorgeous bright lights of lots of different Eckies. So, you know, you get this amazing one with the pink hue. You've got the blue hues through this one. You can break off a leaf like this and then just put it straight into the soil and it will grow another one. They're amazing.
We've massively underestimated the time needed to pull the bandstand together.
Yeah, it's nearing the end of the day, so we've got half of it to go.
We finally get round to painting, but one colour-impaired Guerrilla ordered not-so-gothic purple.
So sure we got the right paint?
I don't know. Someone went and bought it.
This is what it's supposed to be here, look.
They were the samples.
Really dark.
Yeah.
That's a lot lighter.
Hey, we were looking for a really gothic-y kind of, I was thinking almost black.
So we've gone for something that looks a little bit holly-hobby right now, and it will be devastating if that's the finished product.
Frankly, I think that a purple bandstand, a hideous purple bandstand, Mickey has got a lot to answer for.
If we pull it off, I am going to be in full glory. You're going to be like, Mickey, we love your vision.
No, Mickey, this is where you're wrong. The bandstand that we're supposed to put in place tomorrow still needs 2 coats of paint over the top. Still think I'm going to be smiling in 12 hours? Even if it does all get done.
We will be...
There's going to be no smile here, buddy. There's going to be no smile.
It's like a girl's bedroom.
A girl there.
Not like a gothic girl's
No,
bedroom.
not like a little ballerina, little tutu.
Yeah.
And there's another problem. With the rolls of lawn turf we ordered.
They said that our turf had already been cut. Apparently it hasn't already been cut.
So is this because of the rain and wet weather complications? What's the deal?
Yeah, well, they can't cut in the rain, but when Pete spoke to them this morning, they said, oh, it's okay, we've cut yours already. So either I've sold it to someone else.
Bloody oath they've sold it to someone else. Of course that's what's happened.
Or it was never cut to start with.
We can call other turf farms that are in different parts of Sydney and hope that they haven't caught the same amount of rain.
Yeah.
But they'll be closing their doors in 10 minutes.
Well, quick!
Ali, we're completely stuck. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. This is the most serious thing that's ever happened. If we don't have this turf tomorrow, we've got nothing. I'm after some turf for tomorrow.
Sir Walter, preferably. How much have you got, like, in any type?
120 square metres.
120, 130 metres?
The fact that the turf's missing from this puzzle right now means that the whole thing's fallen to pieces. That's what's carrying it. That's what carries the entire installation.
Who else can we call?
So we've had problems with the paint, we've had problems with the turf, we've got problems with just the organisation of getting deliveries and things like that.
I'm feeling extremely stressed and nervous about tomorrow. Extremely.
This is mental. We're going in tomorrow and we're nowhere near ready.
Yeah, I think I'll be finishing tomorrow morning. I don't think it'll be tonight. I think it'll be early hours of the morning.
Oh, well, Mickey, at least with a couple more coats, you might get a darker shade of purple.
Well, I've been up till 2 a.m. building, but I've also got a cover story for you guys.
Mickey's got us working for the Heritage Parks Trust. It's not the most bulletproof disguise we've ever had, but it's the only thing between us and the law.
Oh, mate, those police have got they've probably got the tasers on them. I wouldn't mind putting a tenner on it that Pete's going to be the first to be tased.
At least one thing's gone right for us. Scott and Pete pulled it off. They managed to get lawn turf from a sympathetic supplier. But now, we have to rip up the ground. And how do we stay undetected with this 3-ton bobcat on the site? And cop cars prowling past every 5 minutes. There's also good news with the soil.
That's good sand. Can't get better than that.
3 cheers for the soil.
Yeah, all right. We're on our way.
The soil's turned out 10 times better than what we thought. It's soft, it's perfect for new turf. One just there.
Now Lily can start positioning her turf seats.
You guys right here. I'm going to start digging those holes for the posts.
Okay.
This emergency services lane is busier than we imagined. And an officer from the community centre next door is getting inquisitive.
Well, they use this area and then turn it in with their emergency vehicle.
Okay.
Do you even want to get council to come down and just have a talk to you about it?
Sure. Thanks a lot. A chat with the council's the last thing I want, but they could be on their way with the power to shut us down.
In a collision, you might as well be made of glass. So we've developed the total human model for safety. With simulation software so advanced, we can test the impact on the entire body, even your internal organs. That's what makes you safer. That's what makes it a Toyota.
Brute V8 clinical strength antiperspirant. It's like a muscle car at a pit stop with a powerful engine. But only one thing can cool your engines. Brute V8 clinical strength. With the ultimate power to control those afterburner armpits that only real men possess. The most powerful odor blocking, wetness stopping, 48-hour clinical strength brute protection you can find. Brute V8 clinical strength antiperspirant. Power to your pits.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Bryan with a 1HD Gaming product feature. With the explosion of smartphone gaming, Sony Computer Entertainment has thrown their full support behind the new Xperia Play. In portrait mode, the Android smartphone offers all the benefits that users have come to expect from Sony Ericsson's existing range of Xperia smartphones. A 5-megapixel camera, 4-inch multi-touch screen and great social networking features. When rotated, the Xperia Play becomes the envy of all other smartphones with a dedicated slide-out gamepad, featuring a digital D-pad, 2 analog touchpads, 2 shoulder buttons and the 4 PlayStation icons. On the software side, the Xperia Play will launch with 50 available titles, supported by gaming giants EA, Activision and Gameloft. For more info on the new Sony Ericsson Xperia phone, visit one.com.au/gaming.
The reigning champ is finally back in form.
Jorge Lorenzo wins here at Mugello.
The championship is closer than ever. Can a besieged stoner defend his lead? Suzuki presents the German Grand Prix this weekend, live on One. A man who doesn't exist can never be caught.
Who are you?
I'm a thief.
Ah, well, a girl can only try her best.
Val Kilmer is the saint.
8:30 tonight on One.
We're illegally building a bandstand on this inner city site, 50 metres from the police station. It's on council land, we don't have a permit, and they're on their way to check us out. Meanwhile, we're trying to get as much done as we can before they arrive.
I thought this was going to get squished. Look at this.
Yeah.
Let me test. Get the butt groove. Oh, that's comfy. Is it nice? I'm just going to wiggle it in.
Lily's turf seats are looking promising, but we may have to rethink Ali's garden layout.
It's like it's going along that edge.
Yeah, they were going to.
Just because they use that to turn.
Oh, so they get massive.
We just had to change the design around a little bit because the succulents were originally going to go right the way around the outside. Now we found out that the ambulances and the cop cars drive straight through here and over the other side, so they'd last about 2 seconds before they got trashed.
Here comes the council guy, and he's wearing a suit, so he must be high up.
So what we've got is just putting this new turf down, and this is just a shelter that's coming in over the top.
Alicia's just mentioned about emergency services vehicles having to have access to this area. What I probably need to do is get you to talk to my director of services.
Okay, sure.
That's okay.
Yeah, no worries. Neil, my name's Dave. Here's where I get to earn my keep. I have to buy as much time as I can by keeping these council honchos busy on the phone.
Wal Petula. Yeah, I'll give him a buzz. In a second.
Neil's done?
Cheers.
Now for what?
So I spoke to Neil and Gary have put me on to you. We're going to need some a DA or some improvement to Gary.
Okay, I think I've got this under control. Spoke too soon.
Dave, have you spoken to that guy before?
No.
He's a new Marrickville council.
Turn the camera off, please, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the gazebo's in serious trouble. It just rocked up around the corner and it is huge. There's no way I want those guys to see it. So I don't know what to do now.
As the gorillas keep working, I keep talking.
It's a new grass, which is a lot more drought tolerant.
And the crowd gets more curious.
But they're also putting a gazebo type structure up.
I've spoken to pretty much everyone at Marrickville Council so far. The succulents are fine. The turf is fine.
Yeah.
The gazebo. The bandstand,
which took 40-odd hours to build and paint.
Guess what? Dave did some bloody good talking. It can go in, and if they like it. If they like it. But also if it's structurally sound.
Do they like purple?
That's the other thing too, mate.
No, they do. Yeah!
So we've got to get it done, so go.
Are you finishing your first thing?
Yeah.
I'll be doing the edging.
Yeah,
You'll be doing the planting once we've done the edging.
Good. I'm ready.
We need to watch.
The coast is clear. We can bring our rotunda roof on site.
That's pretty bloody big.
Monstrosity.
A monstrosity.
Yeah, of epic proportions. Because the size of this bandstand, the roof of it looks like it may actually go over the road that the fire trucks go through. My worry is it's going to come out over here and then the fire trucks can't get up. Yep. I reckon it will come out to... Oh, mark it. You can mark in? I'm going in here. Right on the edge. Whoever's the furthest away has to dye their hair purple.
Can it be my back hair?
You on? No, hold your head. Man half Dave.
A rinse or permanent?
So the edges of the roof are going to hang out over where potentially a fire truck can smash it completely off. It'll look good until the first fire.
We start putting the frame together. So far, so good. It fits the octagonal base perfectly.
If you have a band, that's the #1 spot in Newtown. Forget the end of it. Oh dear.
And Mickey seems pleased with his colour choice.
How do you feel about the purple? This has been a bit of contention.
I'm a purple colour fan.
Okay, you're a purple person.
Yeah, so, and I like the fact that it's tied in with the grass and the tree there.
And these two halves have to be bolted together, and the only way to do it is from the inside.
Yeah, I want to.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Just walk away. An elaborate prank. What garden?
Now we're ready to hoist the roof onto the frame.
The only little problem we have is that wire. It's not as simple as it looks of just going like that.
That's not a little problem, Mickey. If we take out those power lines, things could get dangerous.
Just keep everyone back, Dave, for just 1 minute.
And if our roof juts into the access lane, we'll have to dismantle it, undoing all our hard work. Either way, it could be a disaster.
Bring it down.
The world champion who wins the Spanish Grand Prix. This one's going to rumble and rumble on afterwards. The world championship is wide open.
Hi, I'm Mark from O'Brien. At O'Brien, we fix more than just windscreens, chips and glass for cars.
We also fix all the other important glass in your life, around your home or work. Broken glass like this is a dangerous hazard, and it needs to be dealt with quickly and professionally. And with hundreds of glaziers on the road, O'Brien can get to your glass emergency fast. Our workmanship is always guaranteed for life, and we can even help you with your insurance claim. So for O'Brien Fast Glass, call us 24/7.
O'Brien. Maryvale Tigers and Old Collegians have accepted Gatorade's challenge. They're going to replay their epic 91 Warrnambool Grand Final 20 years later. Sounds easy enough, until you have to hit the oval again for the first time.
It is getting to that level where you feel like you're going to throw up.
With 9 hard weeks ahead, can our teams really go the distance? Visit GatoradeReplay.com.au and join the challenge.
We're installing a bandstand in an inner city park. This is dangerous, especially if we hit those power lines. And if we do get it down safely, it could block this emergency access lane. After all our hard work, we'd have to pull the whole thing apart.
Bring it down.
But does it jut out too far?
Mate, you're spot on.
You reckon it was me?
We're in the clear. What a relief.
He's going to have to get the purple hair.
Well, maybe not for Pete.
Purple hair, dude. Let's go.
The local Littlies are curious too. They're really keen to get involved.
Yeah, you want to just slap it on. And you got to make sure it all stays, so give it a good pat.
I was going to want to sit on black.
Oh, wait. Here's a handful.
Give me pickles. Yeah, that's good.
Let's stick it in that hole, see how it goes.
Well done.
Beautiful. Keep going up that way.
yeah.
Lovely.
It's a garden, yeah. Look at this. Hey, there it is.
Oh, yeah, that feels something.
Is it good? That is really cool.
Here comes a wild bunch.
Holy sh! Do you guys own this street?
Yeah, let's have a gaze.
Now?
It's a bit wet.
I like it.
Thumbs up from the riot girls. We've won over our toughest judges. And I've got to admit, it's looking pretty much like what I pictured.
There's a few things off. I had no leaves on the tree, but the chairs are there. I'm sold on that.
Yeah, I really like that.
Lisa likes it.
I didn't think it was going to
If the
work.
council agrees, he might even get to keep it.
The other thing I wanted to ask you, Lisa, is if we can drop you off a watering can, would it be possible just to give it a quick sprinkle every now and then?
I think we could definitely do that,
needs a little bit of water.
It was a huge job. One of the biggest we've ever undertaken. But Mickey's music venue is finally complete.
It says, this bandstand is dedicated to all the rising musical stars of Newtown. Let the music play.
It's going to be a rocking little area. So many people have come past and said how cool it would be to just sit out here on a nice night in summer, listen to someone playing and, you know.
It's a multi-purpose seat. The kids are jumping and sliding all over it. Or you can lounge around and watch the band.
So I doubted the chairs, I doubted the purple bandstand. I doubted the whole lot. I didn't think this was going to work. I thought we'd last about an hour.
Dave definitely earned his keep today, without a doubt.
Well, there's one thing left to do, okay, which is to do.
Yeah.
Good colour.
Oh,
that looks good.
It's not a bandstand unless there's a band in here, so let's go watch the band.
For our Rotunda's opening night, Mickey's organised a bluegrass band. The locals are really getting into them. It's been a long day and a stressful one, but it was well worth it. We've transformed this dead zone into a lively music venue for the locals. Even the fireys love it. They're happy we didn't block their lane. And they've even offered to hose the lawn. The council's looking after the garden, and our bandstand's still standing. If you want to dig deeper into the mysterious world of guerrilla gardening, go to our website, guerrillagardeners.com.au.